Yes, sir. Welcome to the PorterWay Podcast live. Not live. We recording Blue Wire Studios inside the Wynn Hotel and Casino. I don't know. It just makes sense. It makes sense to say.
You want to go live?
You know, I'm always down to go live. Okay. And with 2 T's back in the building as always.
Did I miss last week?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I feel like I did.
I feel like you did too.
Yeah.
Was it the week before?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a blur. I think it was last week.
No, I couldn't have been last week. No, it wasn't last week because we was talking about. Remember we was talking. So we got our guest.
We had Jamel on. Yeah.
Yeah, we got.
All right, yeah.
Who the hell?
Jamel Juno from Louisiana.
Oh yeah.
I thought I think Jamel. Yeah.
So yeah, we got our guest today. So we'll get to him in just a second. But we got a couple more things too. We was talking about the game. So we got some stuff about the game. Yeah. You know what I mean? You hit me hard last week. Now that's what brought me back to. Whether or not you was here. You hit me hard last week, so we're going to talk about that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But without further ado, we want to bring the WBC, what is it called? Featherweight?
Yeah, super
featherweight, 130, WBC. Yeah. Shock is welcome to the PorterWay Podcast. Oshaki Foster, hopefully he's still here with us.
He's still here.
They said the camera was out. You there, Shock? We'll have to try to get him back. But yeah, remember last week I said, we were talking about the fights and I said, man, I was proud of him and also proud to see Mario Barrios come out and do his thing as well. He is traveling back to Texas right now, so he wasn't able to get on this week. And Coach Bob Santos, remember I told you he was coming in.
Yeah.
I hit Coach back and said, Coach, I want you on with your fighter.
Yeah, that all makes sense.
Yeah, I want to see you guys represent one another well. You know what I mean? And kind of get into the X's and O's if we can as to how that fight played out for y'all and what you want to see moving forward, you know?
Yeah.
But, we were able to get Oshaki on. So, Shock, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
There he is. Congratulations, big dog.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
We really never know how we're going to do these interviews because we don't go over questions or anything like that. But before we came on, the record, we were talking about you being from Texas, where you from, and you said, "Yo, be careful because Shawn might try to claim you from being from Ohio." And I said he probably from somewhere. He got some family from Cincinnati or something like that. Last week when we were talking about your fight, I texted in our group. I said, "Yo, I see some similarities between Shock and Prime Adrien Broner, and I want to know like what." In your style is at all did you ever study AB or is that just who Shock is?
Oh, that's crazy, bro. I done got that a few times. I done got the mixture of Floyd and Broner.
Yeah.
I most definitely studied Broner as well. He was one of my favorite fighters back then. I most definitely took some stuff from him as well.
Hey, Shock, man, we just kind of talked about it before. How special was it to bring that world title back to your grandmother, your family, your grandmother's house?
Man, it was huge. We never had a world titleist from down here, so I made history in that regard. Man, it's just huge for the city. All the kids been coming up to me. A lot of them they want to box. I'm starting to see a lot of them running around the city, just doing the little things, So
yeah,
I definitely brought some motivation to the city.
And before I didn't know too much about you before your fight. So we got our group text and with Shawn and some other guys. And as the fight started, man, you're looking so damn good. I said, Shawn, is he a front runner or is he that's nice? Shawn's like, we'll see, but I think he that's nice. Hey man, you obviously proved it every round. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was in the text with Shawn, and it's 10th round. Shawn, you was up by so much to Shawn. Shawn stopped watching. So I'm like, it's like, so what you think? I'm like, Ray got about 3 to 4 rounds. They like, what you watching? So I ain't gonna lie, bro. You almost damn near clean slate, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro. Man, you were just impressive. Like, a lot of people all about the not having a loss on your record. You and Shawn both. You show that even with a loss, you can still put on a hell of a show and be a world champion and keep moving on in your career. So how important was that fight to you, man? How important?
Man, it was the most important fight of my life. You know, I feel like I'm at the point where I got small room for error. You know, I can't let no opportunities pass me because I don't know when they're gonna come back around. So I feel like that was the biggest opportunity that I had. You know, that I've had so far.
Man, you took that dude to school. Shout out to Rey Vargas. I mean, hell of a fighter. Let's not take nothing away from him. But man, what you did that night was a world class. And how important was Regis in that sparring? Because I feel like Regis was up for the first 4 or 5 rounds. His nerves
was up the whole fight. I was like, yo, my man, you got people behind you. Sit down.
Yeah.
But it's Regis. So
how was the sparring with Regis, and how important was he in camp?
Regis, my guy, man. We didn't really do no sparring this camp because he's a southpaw. Oh, yeah. His style a little different than Rey's, but man, we get crazy rounds. You know, we both support each other, man. That's my guy. You know, especially being he just picked up the WBC title, and then you know I pick it up right after. So you know, it's good for the gym, everything.
Shock, I want to know.
Shawn,
yeah, go ahead.
I heard you. I heard you was picking Rey on me, bro.
Hey, listen, and I'm. That's
we all pick Rey.
Listen, So Shock, and let me ask this question first. You got 2 losses early on in your career. At any point with this fight with Rey, did anything show up that you have felt back in the day when you took that loss and you was like, "Nah, I'm fighting through it this time"? Did anything show up for you at all?
During camp, some things happened that could have took me off of focus, but not during the fight or anything.
Yeah.
No, I feel like the fight was smooth. Everything went great.
Smooth. I commentated you when you fought in Ring City. And that was my introduction to Shocky Foster. So I'm like, yeah, I'm a fan. Then I commentated you when you fought in Bakersfield and you faced some adversity in Bakersfield. And so that was the last experience that I was pulling on when it came time to choose. Like, I hate picking fights anyway, but they said who's going to win between O'Shaquie and Rey. I was thinking about the last time I personally saw you fight in Bakersfield. I said, well, he faced adversity, and it was a little bit of a struggle for him. And then we just seen Rey fight practically lights out against Mark Maxio. I was like, yeah, I think that it might get heated in there. And I don't know if O'Shaquie is going to hold up to that. And so that's essentially why I thought that Rey would have the upper hand. I also thought that Rey was coming off of that great performance against Mark, and momentum was on his side, and the list goes on. But I mean, you go out there and you show why boxing is so special, because at any point in time when you on that, the other guy can't lay a hand on you. You know what I mean? And that's how it was for you. And that's also why I asked if at any moment did anything show up in your past and you smiled at it like, nah, you ain't get me this time, or anything like that. And asked, hey, is he a front runner? What's the rest of this fight gonna look like? I said, well, you know what? If some adversity comes, we'll see what happens. I said, but I don't think Rey gonna change anything, and I think Shock gonna win this. And then after about 8 or 9 rounds, I turned it off. I said, yo, nothing's gonna change. Shock is just gonna continue to shoot lights out on him, and it's gonna be what it is gonna be. You know what I mean? Then I turn it back on to see your hand get raised, man. I'm very proud of the display of talent that you showed in that fight, man. I just thought that overall y'all were ready for everything, and you fought. You were 100% for 100% of that fight.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
Now a lot yeah, go ahead.
Now that you said the Bakers fight, you talking about the fight in Dubai?
No. When you fought in Bakersfield. Or not Baker, I think it's Bakersfield. I think that was that fight. You fought on FS1. You fought on FS1.
Nah. Remember my fight before Dubai? I fought on NBC when you was commentating on it.
Okay.
I only fought once since then. That was the one in Dubai.
Oh, okay. Then I got it all the way twisted then. I got it all the way
Yeah,
twisted.
you probably mistake me for somebody else.
I am. I'm trying to think of who that is now. I can't think of who it is now.
Come on, man. No, hey, why would y'all put that man down? Whoever that is.
Whatever the case may be, I believe you a lot. You're in Regis' same position where y'all kind of like, yo, the hottest fire. Bring me the hottest fire. What do you think is gonna be next for you?
Man, hopefully we get to unify with Hector or something. He still got the WBA at 130, so hopefully we can unify with him. If that don't work, then I got some mandatories I need to fulfill. But either way, man, I'm happy. I'm happy just to stay busy. So it don't matter to me which one of the options. I just want to stay in the ring, stay active.
Yes, sir. How long do you think before you get back in the ring?
Man, hopefully like June. May, June, July.
That's what I'm talking
hopefully, about. Man. I'm trying to be right back in. I done had my layoffs. I'm tired of layoffs, bro.
And Shock, you at this point in your life, you're a prize fighter. So there's some big prize fights on, they say cross the street, your side of the street. But man, you got Hector. You got Leo Santa Cruz want to come up, he can get some. And then you got go ahead.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm listening, bro.
And then we kind of call this guy a living legend in his family, Gary Russell Jr. I love that fight. I'm here for that fight. That is that's a money making. Y'all gonna get paid, and that's a big fight. And I think all those fights that just builds your legacy, and just basically at this point you're restarting your career with a world title, and you control it from here on out, bro.
Yeah. Man, all of them sound good, man. Navarrete, all of them guys. I think he just came up and grabbed the title. Man, I'm open for any one of them guys, Like I said, as long as I stay busy, I don't really care who it is, honestly.
Chuck, go ahead.
How many times you trying to fight this year? How many more?
Hopefully I can get 2 more in.
Man, you can swing 2 more. That's a real champion
right there. He's gonna be a fighting champion.
Yeah, you fighting 3 times a year as a champion, man. That's what the boxing world wants.
Yeah.
That's what the boxing world wants.
That's what I want too.
Hey, last question for me, because we talked about how great you looked in that fight. I mean, rounds 1 until I turned it off, you were on with everything. What do you feel you need to work on?
That's what I'm talking about. We in the hood. You at your grandma's house. You at your grandma. That's your aunt cussing somebody out.
That was better than this whole damn interview. Let's get silence. Let's get some silence. See what else our frequencies can pick up.
Oh man.
Go ahead. What are you gonna be working on before the next one?
That's why I say, man, I just want to stay busy because I feel like I could have did a lot more of that fight, putting more combinations together, pulling the trigger on certain things that, them long layouts be having you kind of, you see it in the dub, but you can't pull it. So that's really my big thing is trying to stay active so I can, really go in there and get these guys out of there. Because, it was good, the defense and the boxing part, but I really wanted to, put some things together, put combinations and things like that. So that's what I'll be working on.
And one more thing for me. In the moment, were you able to see some openings that you didn't take? Or did it take you going back and looking at the film for you to see where there were moments that you missed that you could have capitalized on?
In the moment, in the ring, I could see stuff that I like, I could pull the trigger on that I can, but it was just like I was hesitating, things like that. But I feel like that's the rest, not being in the ring. I fought twice in the last 3 years, so just
time to get busy.
And Shock,
right? You know what I'm saying?
We don't want to take too much away from the guy Ray, but how do I word this?
I took it all. I took it all. I said, what the hell was you doing?
But then again, we take away from that's showing you how good Shock is.
Yeah.
That was Hey, he made that guy. I don't even want to do that to him.
Right,
but
right, because this is what I said. I said, what did you game plan to do? You after the fight, you talking about he ran. You should have known O'Shaquie Foster is an in and out fast boxer. What did you prepare for? Did you like after the fight when you go back and look at it, you like, yo, this dude didn't know who I was, and he just got in the ring thinking he was gonna do what he does well, and it didn't work.
Right. Yeah. Honestly, I don't even know what because the last 2 or 3 rounds, I'm walking him down. I'm trying to put some damage to him, and he was the one on the back foot. So I didn't really get, the excuses he was making. First he said, "I
run
ran,"
my ass.
And then he said, "Yeah."
And I like Rey.
Weight was a problem.
I like Rey. He's definitely a good person. He's a nice gentleman. But and then even in the ring, he's dangerous in the ring if you allow him to be dangerous. And so I just was let down by what I felt to be his lack of preparation.
Yeah. They say his head coach left him.
Lack of preparation. I think he just got out schooled. He got schooled that night. He just went to school.
Yeah.
A guy that wanted it more, that was better, levels better. But
hopefully you learn from
it. Shock, by what round you felt like,
man,
he can't fuck with me?
I've been there before.
He can't, because you went to this dude not on my level. He can't touch me. What mid fight? Because you was like, yeah, man, this is different. I'm different.
Nah, I thought about it in the second round.
Damn.
Round, like,
damn.
Yeah, he can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what it's like. But keep it real though. Like you start the fight thinking that, and then as the fight starts to work and play itself out, you start to I already knew what it was, and it only took you 2 rounds for you to be like, yeah, he can't touch me.
Damn.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I definitely, I thought he was going in the later rounds. I thought he was going to be able to try to pick up the action, but by the time the second round came and I seen he was he just kind of looked confused to me, like already. So I was just like, oh yeah, he done. Like it's good.
Hey, he was up there like, damn, I'm fighting a ghost.
Type.
But you good?
Yeah, Shock. Go ahead.
No, I just want to congratulations, bro.
Yes, sir.
Hey, the future's bright, man. And I mean, you at the top right now, but just keep going, bro. Keep doing it. At this point, cash out. I always tell boxers, cash out. Get your money, because they getting theirs. Hey, get your money, bro. Cash out and be blessed, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. Be blessed, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Enjoy the belt, man. Enjoy everything that's coming to you from becoming a champion and stay a champ, man. You. I was already a fan of yours, man, and if anything, it's just renewed. That's all, man. Congratulations.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate
and thanks for coming on to the PorterWay.
What you was a WBC champ.
Yeah.
And what does he have to do? He got to go down to the conventions and all that. Hey, Shock, you got to work the system. You got to work the system. That's one.
That's an off-air. That's offline conversation. Offline conversation. Okay. Hey, be good, my man. Be blessed.
I appreciate you having me, brother.
Yes, sir.
Stay blessed, man. Yeah, that dude's a good dude, man. But it's literally the second coming of his career, Shawn, and he's starting off with a world champ. Yeah. That's big.
You're right.
Yeah, I felt like the second coming of your career was after you lost the title, but you was still fighting at a top level. But he's starting off with a world champ. That's a hell of a second start.
Yeah, hell of a second start, man. I am, man. I'm proud of him. I went and looked back at what I thought was O'Shaquie I was looking at back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't even know what was going through my mind, and I was so convinced that was what I saw that I didn't even bother looking it up before I came up in here. Mm-hmm. Obviously, jokes on me for that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but he like, nah, man. That was somebody else, man.
Yeah, and I thought you maybe slipped through and he was one of them NBC cards. I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
what you were talking about.
That he fought twice on there or something like that. No, it wasn't him. I looked at that fight that I thought he was on, and he wasn't even on that show. Nevertheless, he looked great.
Yeah,
and I look great. And that's all that needs to be said. Man, I'm old school.
All right, because I know you wanted me to bring it up.
I'm old school. I That's what I said.
I know you are.
I'm old school.
So there's some glass.
Yeah, I went all the way, y'all. Just so y'all know, I don't. This is the PorterWay. We go all the way with ours. Go all the way with ours. Hey, they seen these before, but I had to pull them out. Don't I look so old school?
Yeah, you look old as hell.
Don't I look like I could have been in White Man Can't Jump?
Yeah, you look like Will Smith. That's what you look like.
Stop it.
You never seen Will Smith in the outfit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not the whole
hat.
thing. Yeah, the hat. Yeah.
So there's some glasses somewhere we were at. I forgot we was on a trip, and there was glasses 3 levels of glasses. I should have bought them for you. I didn't buy them.
I thought you were talking about the ones I jacked off of Amanda.
No. There's some 3 levels. There's different ones.
Dang.
Hey, why'd you wear those today?
Yeah, I should have. I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it. I've worn them on the show already. You know.
Okay.
Do my best not to repeat that outfit. You know.
Fuck them.
Man, I said, you know what, man? They love talking about what Shawn is wearing.
Yeah.
So let me give them something to talk about.
Hey, did you want to make the announcement that Shawn's coming back?
No. We'll wait till the end.
Okay.
Shawn, you talking about Zittel?
No, you.
You talking about me, right?
Yeah.
Back on TV, you mean?
Yeah, I was just gonna let.
Oh yeah, we'll wait till the end.
Just leave him hanging. Shawn coming back, y'all.
Yeah, we
Shawn's coming back.
Oh, you mean like back to the ring?
Oh my God, you don't know how to do TV.
I have no clue what you're saying to me right now.
We're gonna talk about it at the end, but Shawn's coming back.
All right, cool.
All right, you just lost them now. They were hyped.
No clue. Let's get to what we do. How do we do this, man? I feel like this is just gonna be a great episode. Do we do fun? Then we do the weekend, or what? How do we do this? Let's go with the weekend.
All right, what's going on with the weekend? You want to go with the fights?
Yeah.
Oh, you had something you wanted to talk about?
No.
All right, so we had the DAZN had 2. Well, we had a few fights this weekend, but the DAZN had a card. The Wood Lara, hell of a fight. Leigh Wood's Lara. I definitely. You watched it? Okay, I just got to make sure. I mean, when the stoppage happened,
I'm good.
Oh, you hype?
I'm good.
Are you ready?
No. I'm good.
Okay,
go ahead.
When the stoppage happened, I don't know about you guys. I had my man Leigh Wood up 6-1.
I had him up,
and I felt like he was outpointing them all night. They both said they were going up here to stop some. The fight wasn't going the distance.
Yeah,
and they gave us a hell of a fight. 7 rounds of hell. And it was just, man, they both were throwing the left hook, and one landed and one didn't. But 15 seconds, let my man fight. What's his name?
Leigh Wood?
No, the Leigh Wood's trainer. Yeah, the legend.
Yeah, I know.
Ben.
Don't do this to us.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, let my man fight, man. That was frustrating. Now, I don't know how you guys felt about it.
I was frustrated by the commentating at that point. They were saying that Froch was saying that the fight should have Ben Davies.
Okay, yeah.
He said Froch was saying that the fight should have continued, and I felt like the fight should not have continued.
I felt like the fight should have continued.
I felt like the ref was milking it at that point. You got him up, you asked him to step forward, you asked him if he wanted to continue.
Hands up.
Yeah, and then he didn't put his hands up. When he doesn't put his hands up, guess what? You can't beg him to put his hands up. You can't signal to him again. You can't repeat. If you don't understand direction,
it's a world title fight.
If you don't understand direction, if you can't intake information and do what you're told to do, asked to do, that means you're out of it, and this fight don't need to continue. Bottom line. So guess what?
The fight didn't continue.
He threw the towel.
Ben seen what you seen.
He threw the towel in.
You speaking from a person that has the eyes of a boxer. You've been in there. Ben knows. Me, I'm a fan.
But
let the fight go.
What about Froch? Froch was saying that the fight should have continued, that the ref didn't give him a chance and all this. And I said the ref tried to give him a chance.
Not the ref. You got to say his corner.
It was the corner that threw the towel in.
If you look, he's up there pretty quick with the...
Froch said that his corner knows what they did in camp. They knows that his fighter's strong enough to continue. This not. I said his camp threw in the corner, threw in the towel.
Why you keep saying Froch?
Because that's who was commentating.
Oh, okay.
Carl Froch was commentating.
Okay. I'm
saying
like,
that he was,
because I'm like, no, they wasn't. It was over
the
there.
Corner threw in the towel. I said, Carl, like the corner knows what they're seeing at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you even now trying to say that this fighter could have continued when even his corner threw in the towel?
But it's like it's the same thing with your fight. It's like we don't know what the eyes of the trainer sees.
Yeah.
So they say all the time, you got to save your fighter from yourself.
This was a really good fight.
Hell of a fight.
And both fighters were light on their feet at different points in the fight.
Yep.
So I got shout out to Francisco. That's my father-in-law. He flies into town, and he comes from Mexico. So he had heard that Lara was getting in the ring. He said, "Oh, this guy from Mexico is fighting. I think his name's Lara." So yeah, turn it on. Turn it on. And as the fight's going on, he sees that
he's biased. He was being
of course he is, but he sees that his fighter's not.
Shout out my guy though.
Mauricio. He says Mauricio's not really, who do you think's winning the fight? I said, well, I think,
he was a step ahead.
I think Leigh Wood's winning the fight. The other guy.
Close rounds. But...
He says, well, who do you think's gonna win the fight? Tell you why I'm this good. I said, well, and I broke it down to him. I said, well, Leigh is controlling the fight. He's controlling the distance.
Okay.
And he says, yeah, the Leigh. I said, yeah, that guy. I said, Mauricio can't get past the Leigh hand. I said, but I don't know, man. I think Mauricio's got to land something. I said, I think he's leaping into all of his shots. He doesn't know how to step with his shots. So I don't think he's going to land anything. I said, but if he do, I said, don't give up on your hometown guy. And sure enough, I reached for my pad and my paper.
Oh, this shot landed after that?
To write that down, because I said, oh, that sounds pretty good.
Oh, my God.
And as I look down, I hear, I look up, and Leigh Wood is on the canvas. That left hook was vicious.
Okay, but 15 seconds. Hey, me, I'm gonna give you 5, see what you got. Then if you can't, if 5 is about 10 seconds in, then I might have to stop it.
It was going to be bad.
Hey,
it was going to be
it's
bad.
only 15 seconds of hell.
He's a tall, lanky, rangy fighter that doesn't keep his hands up, that pulls straight back. He's going to
pull.
You
don't think he could have moved?
He was going to pull right back into one of those shots. That's all that was going to happen.
See, I'm thinking my man could have, but I mean, like I said, there's some fans speaking. Yeah. I mean, even I think there were some bulls. They weren't happy with it.
Yeah.
And Leigh wasn't happy with it.
With some time left.
Yeah, I mean, hell of a fight.
Yeah.
I definitely want a rematch. I don't care about no unification.
Man, I'm telling you, man, some fights they're just worth rematches. Some fights
I don't care about no unification.
You should just pay.
Run it back.
We don't want to see.
Hey, when Shawn Porter and Thurman ran out the ring, they should have went. They signed the contracts. We're gonna run it back.
And how crazy I was ready to go right after
exactly.
Ready to
you
go
think
right
Leigh Wood ain't ready to fight? Leigh Wood is ready. Hey, Lara, hey, let me enjoy it.
Hold on, because you get enough space from the situation. You say, nah, I'm not really ready to go right back in there. You get enough space, but when the decision was announced, I was ready right back.
Yeah.
That energy go away. And you're like, man, I swear to God. I swear to God, I was ready to go. Well, I'm walking to the back room.
You would have fought 12 more rounds that night.
Wishing I was walking to the
12 more rounds.
Truest story I've ever told on this show. I'm walking back to the locker room thinking, damn, I want to go right back out and fight him now. I was like fired up. I wasn't mad. I was just fired up.
Yeah.
But you get enough space from the situation. You get back to the hotel room and you get to lay down. You're like, I'm glad I just get to lay down now.
Yeah. But I mean, Leigh Wood I'm pretty sure he felt like he was winning the fight easy. I mean, not easy. It was a war, but
I think that's an interesting. Because
it's like a shot. A shot.
It's an interesting twist.
Yours was back, forth, back, forth, back, forth.
But the interesting twist is if there's you leave the gloves on and you go to the center ring, and if there's an announcement that there's a draw, you fight for one more round.
That's
a hell of a twist.
Let's do it. I love it.
And I think that you have fighters that are ready to get out of the ring. You got fighters that's like, let's go.
But then you're going to have fighters that lose going to say, well, we had 10 minutes of intermission.
Yeah,
everybody,
all that.
Then you have to get everybody out the ring. I wasn't warmed up.
Yeah. But it's a hell of a twist.
Yeah.
And for somebody like me that the fight didn't get announced, and as me the winner, and I'm fired up, I got the energy to go in that moment.
What about 3 more rounds?
No, I ain't trying to do 3 more rounds. I don't know, man.
Okay.
I don't know. I was young, Shawn Porter.
You wouldn't have Earl 3 more rounds or Thurman 3 more rounds?
No.
You just told me you walked out the ring ready to go 12.
I'm 35 now. I understand that it's just
young and mature, Shawn. At 28, you would have did it.
It's physically impossible.
Passed out in the ring.
Yeah, I ain't trying to do all that.
But yeah, shout out to Leigh Wood, Lard. I definitely think we deserve a rematch. Give the guys 3 or 4 months. Run that shit back.
Damn, man, why not?
Hey, what's his name?
Not?
Eddie was all for it. So
was he?
Eddie for it. The guys are for it. Let's make it happen. I'm not sure if Lars for it.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. I just thinking at the moment Leigh Wood's like, Leah, let's go. But just never know. Hey, sometimes Lars say, hey, I'm off to the next, baby.
Yeah. I mean, listen to Shock. Shock said if he could, he'd get in the ring 2 more times this year. Mm-hmm. That's June. You just fought in February. That's June. Gives you enough space for one more in that October, November range, and you can get right back in the ring. And that's what I said. That's a champion. That's a champion's mindset. Yeah, that's a champion way of moving with a belt. You know what I mean? Getting right back in the ring. Of course, back in the day, they fought 4 or 5 times a year, 6 times a year, and we're smarter now. We understand that it's just physically not the best thing for us to do. Now, if you got a first round knockout, come right back. You got a second round knockout, come right back. But the way these fights go, man, the way these levels are, 12 hard rounds, give your body time to recover, give your mind time to recover and things like that. But if Shock talking about getting back in the ring 3 more times, now you got these guys talking about we'll get back and we'll run it right back. Understand that you don't have time to waste. Your time at the top only lasts so long.
That's why I tell them cash out. And
if you get an opportunity to put on a performance like y'all did just the other night, why not come back, make twice just as much money, more money than you made in the first one, and you already have the story there that this is going to be a hell of a night. More people are going to show up to the next one. Yeah, the promotion is going to be bigger and better.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
When boxing don't do it.
It makes no sense.
I hate it.
Now here's what we know. We know that we refer to it as the ladder. If you lose, you go down the ladder. If you win, you go up the ladder. Yeah. Sometimes it's just best for the world that you stay exactly where you at and give everybody what they got and give them more in the second one.
Hey, y'all put in the comments, what rematch was you robbed of? I felt like I got robbed of Thurman Porter. That was the one I wanted. It was some other ones I felt like. What rematch you felt like you was robbed of? Not outside
me,
of
but
Porter.
Yeah. I'm trying to think right now. What
in the comments y'all think y'all robbed of that we should have got a rematch? Because there's so many big fights that I'm like, run that shit back.
Yeah.
I want to. We might get a Tony's Harrison, Charlo 3.
That one just came to mind.
Yeah. Shout out to Tony. Somebody in the comments say, "Hey, you got better duck Tony fight week." Oh yeah, I'm not running. I want no problems with Tony.
What did he say? He said duck Tony on fight week.
Oh, stop! I want no problems.
Stop it.
I'm gonna be copping all please. But yeah, just
I don't know.
Yeah, a couple rematch fights that you could think of.
Put in the comments. Remember we were trying to do a question of the week.
Yeah.
That's the question of the week. We gonna get back to that question of the week.
A rematch that you guys would like.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you do it.
A rematch that you guys with hell of a fight, and you felt like we need to run this back. Put in the comments a fight you brought up. Two that stands out is obviously Porter Spence.
2 fights. Yeah, 2 fights.
Do 2. Damn, why you put pressure on these people? All right, do 2
pressure.
Fights.
Yeah, the pressure on me. I don't have an answer right now.
Yeah, you never.
Shawn Zittel would have had 12 different fights. Yeah,
Shawn Zittel been like 1938. Jack Johnson versus Neil Smith.
I was.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah. What the hell are you talking about?
Sometimes they be so impressed. Like when we did our live, my mom was so impressed with how smart he was.
Yeah.
It was a lot of what the hell are you talking about in my head?
Yeah.
But so that was for the WBA what was that, a 126 welterweight title?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, on this side, side of the streets and all that BS. I was talking to one girl in the comments. She covered boxing too. She's like, "Aunt, come on, man, you can't be saying that side of the street." Because I told her a couple fights, and she's like, "No, what about this?" I was like, "Hey, man, I try to speak side of the street." She's like, "Nah, we just gotta speak boxing."
Speak boxing, man. Yeah. I'm trying to advocate as much as I can, man. That Cold War mentality has got to go.
It's hurting us.
You just do yourself a complete disservice.
It's hurting us right now.
You do yourself a complete disservice. You get to see the top elite quarterbacks against the top elite quarterbacks week after week. You get to see the top elite point guards against the top elite point guards week after week. Mm-hmm. I mean, we are just robbing ourselves of greatness and this greatness that everybody knows is there. People have left the sport of boxing simply because they haven't got what they wanted.
Yeah.
And they haven't gotten what they wanted because you're allowing money or you're allowing reputation to control it. Just don't make sense. Pride, whatever the case may be. I'm not speaking to nobody directly. I'm just simply saying that Cold War mentality has got to go. The sooner it goes, the bigger and better this sport becomes. And we talked about this the other week, how Tank Davis, there's no reason he shouldn't be talked about on ESPN.
Yes.
But guess what? He's not a top-ranked fighter, so we don't talk about him on ESPN. Yeah. And if we do, we give him 5 minutes every 5 months. But he should be talked about 5 days out of the week, especially when he got a fight coming. Yeah, I mean, same thing with Deontay Wilder. D had an amazing first round knockout, and that should have been on ESPN. I doubt it was on. You know what I mean? So the Cold War mentality has got to go. If y'all can't tell by now, I said when we started this thing, all things boxing, we were gonna talk about it here. It don't matter who you fight with, it don't matter who's your coach, who's your trainer, whatever the case may be, man. If it's great, we're gonna talk about it, man. So we had a great fight, and we wasn't even at England, man. It was that exciting that we had to talk about it, you know. And then we got Pomona too, so
but you just spoke of it. Yeah. Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, finally official.
Is it?
Official. They signed paperwork.
Official as of an hour ago?
Yesterday. What was you doing yesterday?
Man, I slept most of yesterday.
Busy. But yeah, it's finally official, Shawn. We got 10 weeks out.
Okay.
Promotion needs to start hard this week.
What's the date?
April 15th.
It is they're gonna rock with the April 15th
they're
date.
rocking with the April 15th. What you doing April 15th? You going on vacation or something?
I'm just taking the breath, and I'll explain that breath if the time comes.
Oh, don't do this to us, Shawn. We just got the fight signed. You want to put doubt in our minds.
I know. That's why I took a breath.
You know I got people that book their flights to Vegas and stuff already.
I know. Guess what? Now I ain't gonna say nothing. Hey
man, book y'all flights to Vegas. You gotta stay optimistic.
Yeah.
I don't know what Shawn. I don't know what Shawn talking about. Hey, shout out to
book
people.
Your flight.
Hey, shout out to people saying, "Hey, and I'm gonna come to the fight with you." Hey, when the fights are in Vegas, I don't go to the fights. It don't make no sense, but I don't.
That's not true.
The little fights, yeah. The big fights, I don't go to.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch it at my house. I mean, my house is lit.
I just haven't offered him.
I don't want to go. Actually, shout out to Marcus. Hey, shout out to Marcus. I gotta call you, bro. Marcus Watson.
Man, so we don't care that you know Marcus Watson.
Hey, speaking of who I know, guess who called me the other night? He told me.
I don't give a damn. Who called you? My daddy called you?
No, Terence called me.
Oh.
Just told me just call in and check on y'all, man. Just so y'all good.
Man.
He said, I'll tell you the text. He said, I see Carson on there hating on me as always. I'm like, you know, Carson, all same energy all the time.
Let me do this.
What are you doing? FaceTime Terence?
No. I'm gonna do this while we're here.
But anyways, the Ryan Garcia Tank Davis fight that's officially set in April. I'm gonna still stick with the 60-40. 60-40, I got Ryan Garcia. I got Tank Davis. Hell of a fight.
He said, ooh.
I think it's gonna be the toughest fight for both opponents. If they build this up right, this could be huge. If we could hit the they're not even allowed to go to ESPN.
Who?
Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. If we could do ESPN, do the promotions right, this fight has a chance of helping boxing boost to another level. Right. Like everybody's complaining about Spence Crawford. We got David Benavidez coming. We got Ryan Garcia's coming. Tank Davis. We got big fights. David Benavidez, Caleb Plant. Sorry, disrespect to Caleb Plant. We got big fights coming that could help the sport if we build it right, man.
Yeah.
But it's just the frustration and the BS of the sport. That you know what? I was watching old 90s commercials just randomly.
How do you think I got this outfit?
Old 90s commercials. And guess what it was? A commercial of boxers, 3 boxers sitting at a bar for a Budweiser commercial. I said, are you kidding me? They had that back in the day?
Yeah, man. Budweiser was a big sponsor for boxing.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever the case may be. What do you call it? A partnership, whatever the case may be. Probably was George Foreman one of the guys?
No, it was heavyweights. But
there was heavyweights, yeah.
Yeah, it was heavyweights.
George Foreman wasn't one of them.
No, it was 2 black guys, and I don't know George Foreman.
Yeah.
But not Spinks. I don't know.
I got the arcade at home with all of the old school games. It's all of the old school games. And Buster Douglas.
I think those guys are waiting on you out there.
They're not waiting on me.
Shout out to throw your hands over the guy.
You can go away.
He's so childish.
Turn my back to you for a reason.
So they can't hear you.
They still there? They can't hear me?
No, they sitting there waiting.
Buster Douglas had a game on Sega.
Oh. What was it called? Buster Douglas Knockout?
It was Buster Douglas something.
Yeah, something simple.
Yeah. But I mean, that's where boxing used to be. Where you could be like the lowest. No disrespect to Buster Douglas, but outside of Mike Tyson, he really wasn't known for much in the sport of boxing. Yet he got that knockout against Mike Tyson. Next thing you know, he got a video game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like boxing used to be in a specific space. And that's why the fans that watch us, the fans that love boxing, is because they know what space this sport used to be in.
Yeah.
And they're starving to get back into it.
It's so frustrating because we all want
Stop limiting yourselves to just certain alcoholic brands and just certain venues.
Yeah.
Expand, man.
Yeah, you're right, because certain places only got certain venues, but we only go certain places. New York, Vegas, LA.
And at the end of the show,
Texas.
we'll get to where I'm going. And that's what you got to do.
Shawn back in the ring, y'all.
I'm not back in the ring.
Shawn back. Shawn back.
I'm trying to get rid of this dad bod. Is that what's gonna do it? Get me getting back in the ring? Is that what's gonna get rid of this dad bod?
Just go up in there and spar with somebody. You got Naeem supposed to spar with you.
Oh yeah.
You know who else wants to
I gotta
spar
get
with
ready.
you? Andrew Schultz.
Funniest thing. I was thinking about him earlier. Watching the movie, and the dude's name was Michael Schultz, and that made me think of Andrew Schultz.
Oh, I'm about to say he's in that movie.
So what you mean?
Netflix.
He wants to spar with me?
He just he seen Charlemagne do it. So
Okay.
his dad was actually a writer that used to cover Muhammad Ali.
Oh wow.
So he's like a historian.
Okay.
In boxing. Love boxing.
Schultz or son or dad?
Dad was a historian.
Dad was the historian.
So he obviously passed his knowledge down to But funny guy. And
have you talked to him?
Talked to his people. I never got.
Like, how you know he wanted to spar with me?
I never got through him, but I talked to his
comedian,
people.
Right?
Yep. Was in the movie. Just came out with Nipsey Hussle's wife, Laura London.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it on Netflix.
Nope.
Okay, great,
nope.
Good, funny movie. He's in there.
We'll check it out.
Shout
out to Andrew Schultz.
Yeah, shout out to Andrew Schultz. I seen him in New York about 6 months ago.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, I want to shout out Jay Hardcore. He has a boxing channel, Hardcore Boxing News. It's on YouTube. I did an interview with him 2 or 3 days ago now, give or take, 2 or 3 days ago. And he asked me an interesting question. I would love for you guys to take a look at that. Take a look at that interview, and also just follow him, subscribe to him. He's a good guy, and hopefully you guys enjoy his content, especially the content that I just did with him. But wanted to shout him out. But the reason what made me think about him was I told a story about Terence Crawford. I'm going to tell this story now, and then we'll move forward. I said there's a lot of people. I don't remember exactly how I phrased it on the show, and I don't want to say it wrong, and then you guys look at it and say, hey, what he said. But essentially, what led me into a story with Terence Crawford was the fact that I feel he's misunderstood by the sport, by the boxing community. And I said, if you guys knew who he was, you guys would have so much respect for him. I said, my respect for fighters is on a different level. I said, I get to know these fighters, and I get to understand who they are, where they come from, and what makes them who they are, both in and out of the ring. And that's why I respect a lot of the guys. I didn't say all of that, but I said, I did say that I respect it. Like I said, you would think that the way my fight ended with Terence, that I would have animosity towards him or that I would dislike him. I said, I know who he is. And so beyond what we did in the ring, I got nothing but respect for this man. So my dad is notorious for the story that he told about Terence Crawford and them meeting in the dark alley and things of that nature. And I told the story. I want to tell it here just in case you guys don't see it, but because there's a point. He has Terence has his altercation in the gym. You guys have probably seen us talk about that. I'm not going to go into the ins and outs, but my dad was the muscle on these Olympic teams, on these world teams and stuff like that. So my dad was always he was the young, strong guy. He was always coined with disciplining us when we needed to be disciplined and yoking up who needed to be yoked up and handling. So list goes on. So when the situation happens with Terence, who are they looking at to handle this situation with Terence? But my dad's looking at Terence like, yo, you gotta get out of here. You got to go. And Terence is looking at my dad and basically just walks off. And as I'm telling this story, I realized, I said, my dad started chasing after Terence Crawford, and I want to use this as a motivation too. But my dad started chasing Terence Crawford basically because he felt disrespected in the moment. Dad, if you don't agree with this, you'll holler at me, because if you don't realize it, this is what happened. I'm telling what happened to you. You know, my dad went after Terence because my Terence basically said, I don't need no help. I'm fine, and stormed off. My dad looking at like, yo, you don't yell at me. You know what I mean? Who you think you talking to?
Yeah.
My dad went chasing after Terence because he was chasing that respect that he thought he didn't get, that he should have gotten in that moment, right? So he going after Terence. I didn't really see how the whole thing went, how he caught up to Terence and all that. But what I do know is my dad says, I caught Terence. I made him turn around. He looked at me, got tears in his eyes. He was puffed up, chest sticking out, fist balled up. And I'm looking at this kid like, all right, it's either going to be him or it's going to be me. And my dad like, I know it ain't going to be me. Yeah. And so my dad like, yeah, I'm going to just let you have this one, little fella. Yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and turn away. Yeah. I said, in that moment, my dad went chasing respect. But what he didn't realize was he got the respect in that moment. But it wasn't the respect that he was chasing. Mm-hmm. In that moment, when Terence turned around and was huffing and puffing, looking at my dad, fury in his eyes, he's teared up and all that, my dad understood at that moment that it don't matter who I am. It don't matter that I feel you should respect me. You don't give a damn about me right now. You're going to do whatever it is you feel you need to do. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to step back. So he went chasing respect, but he got the respect that he was chasing, then realized that he was going to get respect for Terence. Mm-hmm. That respect that my dad got for Terence in that moment has never left. Why does he tell that story so many times? Because he got respect for Terence in that moment. Yeah. Because Terence was always the hothead. Terence was always the one in trouble and always the one that was the outcast, and the list goes on, so on and so forth. So my dad was always looking at him like, all right, give me a reason to yoke you up. So in that moment, my dad went chasing respect and found it, but it wasn't the respect he thought he was going to get.
And this might be the hour of giving him his flowers, but obviously after that fight, your fight with him, I was like, well, fuck this dude. And so you saying we hanging out with him and stuff, I'm like, all right, I'm going to be cordial.
And don't get it twisted, man. Like, in the moment, I remember, like, he came to the corner and he was like, yo. I was like, yo, give me a minute. Like, get away from me. That same fire that I had way back when I fought Keith, you know what I mean? That same fire was there in the moment. And we've hung out since then. We talked since then. I'm like, yo, we're not going to talk about that. Yeah. You know what I mean? I said, yo, we're not going, you know what I mean? So it's certain moments, like, I do get a little itch, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then after things, I think hanging out with him for a couple hours, I'm like, man, this is just a good dude, man. Yeah. At the end of the day, he's talented as hell and can fight his ass off. But at the end of the day, he's a good dude. He'll help you if you need it. He'll motivate you. He gonna inspire you to get more. Yeah. Whatever you're doing, it ain't enough to Terence Crawford.
And this is what I want to do right now in this moment, because I know a lot of people think that I give Terence all the love, and it looks like me and Terence
give him his flowers.
Are the best of friends and so on and so forth. I respect a majority of the fighters out there the same way that I respect Terence Crawford. If you think that there's a fighter you want to hear a story about that I haven't told or anything like that, shout that out in the comments. And if I have a story about them, I will tell that story. I got stories about me and Deontay Wilder. I got stories about me and Rashid Warren. Mm-hmm. I got stories about me and a lot of the old school fighters, all of them. You know what I mean? Well, not old school, but a lot of the fighters that were in that 08 team, right around there, so on and so forth, I got no animosity towards a lot of the majority of the fighters. And don't get it twisted that I don't like Errol Spence because I don't tell stories. I don't have any stories.
The word about you and Errol Spence, you're a hater. I
don't have any stories about Errol Spence. He's a few years younger than me. I heard about him when he was coming up.
Don't come off as a hater right now.
I heard about him when he hit the pros. I knew about him when I understood that it was gonna be time for us eventually. We just don't have any stories. Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
Hey, when's the first time you seen Terence in the ring? As a kid, obviously.
As a kid.
And you was like, damn?
Yeah.
You as a kid, you're like, yeah, he cool.
No. As a kid,
was like, damn?
I was always bigger than him, and he was just lights out fast.
So he was all about quickness back then.
Yeah, just all about quickness.
You got to change that up a little bit. Now. He still got it.
I mean, just a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But we was hanging out, and come to find out, the way I was looking at him when we were 10, 11 years old was the same way he was looking at other fighters. You know what I mean? Like, it goes around the whole boxing circuit. You know what I mean? We know who the who's are, and we know who we gonna see. Shout out, big dog. What up with it? He said, hold it, give me a minute.
But yeah, no, that's so yeah. It's just just sometimes we just gotta give people their flowers.
Yeah.
Why not? But speaking of giving them flowers, I was gonna skip past my man, but I ain't gonna do that. Shout out our guy Shane Mosley. He was back in the ring last night.
Yeah.
Coming off such a great performance against Gabe Rosado.
Yeah.
This felt like it wasn't on that level of Shane that we seen last time.
Yeah.
He got the job done. I felt like he won 7 rounds to 3.
Yeah.
A lot of people felt like it was closer.
Yeah.
The judges felt like he clean slate.
Oh.
But yeah, they had some 99 nothing.
Yeah.
90-1. So I felt like he got the job done with a veteran last night.
He's a veteran too.
4 weeks notice.
He's a veteran too.
But
Wade said, so I was not doing research this morning, but I ended up on the line with Wade. Needed something for Wade, so I hit him up, Coach Wade, shout out. And he told me, he said they called with about 3.5 weeks.
Yeah,
he
4 weeks, but you only train for 3.
Right. So he said they called me with 3.5 weeks. This is words from Wade. I probably should ask Wade. My bad.
Hey, we gonna use it, Wade.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Oh, hold on.
No.
Oh,
We good.
okay.
But I just, I usually ask, hey, you cool with me sharing this conversation? But Wade said they had about 3.5 weeks for preparation. He said he did his assessment and looked Shane in the eyes and said, Shane, you only got 3 weeks, and I don't like it. He said, but if this is what you want to do, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna work you. He said, but I need you to give me everything you got.
Turn it up.
You need you to give me everything you got. And so Wade said, we went to the fight understanding the position that he was in. He said he knew that he was gonna be suck and win. He said if they had 2 more rounds to go, he said that boy would have been in a lot of trouble.
And I felt at times that's what he was managing the fight, managing his stamina.
Yeah.
Getting to the end.
And that was the worst part about it all was, number one, you got 3 weeks to get ready for this. And then number 2, you're going against a guy that you're familiar with, where these guys both did the contender together.
Oh, he did?
I don't know if they sparred against one another, anything like that, but you're familiar with this guy. You've seen this guy work. You know, on my best day, this guy can't touch me.
Yeah.
So you just know that I'm gonna be in Pomona. I'm going home and I'm gonna give these people a show. And you got a little bit more resistance from this fighter than you expected to have,
Yeah.
And no disrespect to Shane, but I say, that was like a sparring session.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because both these guys are very familiar with one another. One guy has the ability to hurt, and the other guy doesn't have the ability to hurt. And once the guy has the ability to hurt, once that goes away and he can't hurt anymore, we just get a wider down sparring session. You know what I mean? No disrespect. But when you talk about moving forward and you got somebody like Munguia, I know there's been talks about Shane and Munguia getting in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Those are the moments that's the moment that you would say I signed with Golden Boy for. Mm-hmm. So number one, you have to have more time to get ready for that fight. You can't wait on them to call you for a fight, and if it's Munguia, you can't wait and have 3 to 4 weeks to get ready for that. You need a great 8 to 10 week camp. People think camp's supposed to be 6 weeks. It should be closer to 8 to 10 weeks.
It's a Floyd Mayweather effect. He said all these numbers, everybody ran with it. He threw all these numbers out. I only need 6 weeks. I drink soda.
Yeah.
I'm undefeated. I make $1 million. I make $1 million a minute.
Yeah.
That's Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, he was so blessed.
Yeah.
Good for him. He was so blessed.
It was all Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
you need 8 to 10 weeks. Okay. Because there's so many things that happen through the course of a camp that you need time to get through everything that you're gonna face.
Yeah, and what I like is Dad joined camp. Obviously,
yeah,
the camp wasn't long.
Yeah,
but I think Dad is word is in camp now.
Yeah,
I'll just say that Dad's in camp officially now, where things worked out where Dad can be a part of camp. Dad, this is Dad in camp. I'll just say that. Next fight, I expect a better Shane Mosley than we seen against Gabe Rosado.
Yeah,
I expect Shane to be tip-top shape, stronger, best he could be. Dad, I see like some little training. Dad is just like with you. Just throw it. Do this.
Yeah.
Dad's going, and that's his son. He ain't gonna let it go. And with you, he'd let it go.
Yeah.
Just like if it was your son.
I begged him to let it go. I was like, Shane, man.
Shane ain't gonna let it go. And as you were saying, I could see the little jittery with his dad.
Yeah.
But he's bigger.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's strong as his dad, but he has a right hand. He just has to learn how to to set it up.
He got to throw everything more.
Yeah.
I understand.
Busier.
I understand. You know, the situation with this fight. Did not know that while I was watching the fight.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't realize it while I was watching the fight, but and you know, in retrospect, everything made sense. But I still think I saw an increase in his pace against Rosado.
Yeah,
I like to see that pace return, and that's who his father was. His father was, I'm not taking no steps back. I'm coming after you. You know, and we're not saying that you got to be your father, but you have it in you. You know, and you know, if you, man, on your best day, that boy is a problem on his back. I've been in the ring with him.
We seen it. What I seen against Gay Rosado, I'm like, damn.
I've seen better.
Damn. Yeah. So, hey, next fight, I got my man winning by KO.
Come on.
With his dad in the ring.
Come on.
With Bones Adams.
Let's go.
With Coach Wade.
Come on.
8 week of prep. My man takes it to the next stage.
Yeah. Take it to the next stage. We talk often about not looking or looking too bad or not looking good enough in a fight. I definitely think that this fight right there did not showcase someone worth. I hate to use the word. I'm not gonna say it out loud. But the last night's
didn't garner a McGear fight.
It didn't
interest. The interest didn't grow.
The interest in that fight didn't grow. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we can't fake the funk. Yeah. You'll get that fight because of your name.
Yeah,
you'll get that fight because of your record.
But let's prove to people that it's more than just your name.
Absolutely,
and I think that's always been his thing.
Yeah, because you got a couple losses on your record too. So we got a lot to prove. You know.
So with that being said, shout out to Shane. That's my guy. We move on to the fight of the year so far.
You said that already, didn't you?
No,
I feel like you said that already. We only in February, so.
Oh yeah, it was a fight like super early.
Yeah.
But this might took the cake.
Yeah. Luis Nery
versus Hovhannisyan? Haynes? I don't know. Hove something. Shout out to Hove.
I'm gonna let you butcher yourself.
All right, shout out to my man. But
what they call him? Amazing, eh?
Is that what they call him?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Better be.
They gave us a hell of a fight.
Yeah.
Last night. It was just 11 rounds of hell. 11 rounds of hell. It was just cuts, fights, people getting shook up, and just Brandon ended up getting him late with the KO in 11 rounds. Hovhannisyan.
No.
Hovhannisyan.
Yeah, Hovhannisyan.
Yeah, Hovhannisyan. I knew it was something close to that.
Yeah.
Luis Nery. What Brandon? Luis Nery ended up getting him late in the. I'm thinking.
Go, man. Go.
Brandon Figueroa. Luis Nery ended up getting him late in 11 round. But every round, every second was action packed, and they gave us a hell of a war, man. And when you get fights like that, even if it ends in a KO, what else can we ask for boxers? As fans, what else can we ask? They gave us entertainment last night.
Because Hovhannisyan was wore out.
Is that what happened? That's what stopped him?
Along with everything else. I mean, he took a lot of punches through the course of that fight.
Luis Nery took a lot from him, too.
And And Luis took his own as well. You know, I really didn't feel like the commentary, maybe I'm a little sensitive to it right now because of the position that I'm about to be in soon, but I just felt like the commentary wasn't fair to Hovhannisyan. I thought that he had more success than they were shedding light on, and I thought that he did a better job than they really gave him credit for. I thought that both guys really fought the same style. Both guys pull straight back, lean back off his shots. Luis will use his feet a little bit more and turn a little bit more, but for the most part, they both punch in between the punches. It was a lot of you punch, I punch type of thing. And neither guy really has defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So that's always set up to fucking fight.
It was kind of a who's going to get who first.
Yeah. And I mean, they went rounds and finally somebody.
That was a hell of a fight, too.
Hell of a fight.
Damn.
And Pomona got that. That was a small venue, very small venue. I was looking around, I'm like, man, it looked like a high school gym.
Yeah.
A very small venue, which made the ring be extra small. What is that, about 22?
Man, I don't know what I'm looking at when I'm looking at them sizes.
You never got in negotiations arguing about your rings?
Hell no.
Oh, that's why you got beat.
Here's the funny thing. You guys,
Floyd Mayweather. It's a Floyd Mayweather effect because I only heard rings with Floyd. But go ahead.
But everybody thinks that the A side gets to negotiate everything, or everything goes the way that the A side says. That's what everybody thinks.
Yeah.
But They'll probably have a ring negotiation for Tank and Ryan. There'll probably be a ring negotiation for that.
Yeah.
But Tank's the kind of fighter that it don't matter what size the ring is.
No.
And that's how I was. It didn't matter what size the ring was. I was going to operate, you know?
But with Floyd Mayweather, it probably was so important. He moves, defense.
Yeah.
Much area. I need much space as possible.
Yeah.
Yes.
I need that guy to take as many steps as he can towards me so that it wears him down. Yeah. Yep. But that ring in there was small.
Yeah, I mean, you had to because of the venue. But it was like set up for a phone booth fight.
Yeah, buddy.
And we got that last night. And I mean, Luis Nery, I think he went down to Mexico after he left PBC or whatever the deal. Went down Mexico, got a KO. This is his first fight back on a major card promotion company. Got the loss to Brandon Figueroa. KO lost to Brandon Figueroa. So the guy's only 28 years old. As you see, he still has it. Still can give us a lot.
Yeah.
And the future's bright with him.
Yeah.
And I mean, they don't take enough for Hovhannisyan because he was out there fighting too. Man, he'll give anybody a hard day.
It's both them guys took a lot of shots, man. You just gotta wonder, you know, when a guy it was almost like he collapsed, you know. And I hate to put that kind of phrasing to it because I know that, you know, with collapsing that there's a severity that comes with that, but the punch lands and he basically just falls down. He crumbles, you know. And even though he got up and everything, but you just have to understand that it was a lot of pounding through the course of that 10 rounds, and everything that comes along with that. You know what I mean? Your stamina dissipates, and the list goes on. You know, so at that point when he went down, it was kind of like it was the excitement of whoa, somebody got knocked down, but then for me it was the realization that. Like, yeah, it's about time, you know? Like, both them guys took a lot of punches, you know? For Luis Nery, I want to see what he wants to do next, you know? The real fighters will be saying rematch. The real fighters will be chasing that loss, you know? I don't know if he's chasing that loss. I don't know if he's screaming rematch, you know? But I would feel like that's what he would want to do, you know?
Yeah, I think he might have his own little situation over there on the DAZN side of it, and they're working right and move him up. And then we'll see where it goes with that guy.
Yeah.
But hey, this Friday, man, speaking of, you know, looking ahead to the future.
Yeah.
If Carson was here right now, he'll be saying it. His boy Rickendall back in the ring.
Oh, yeah. You seen that?
Yeah, TBA. I don't know who he's fighting. So he got him back in the ring. Showtime got a card on Saturday. Our boy Jamal James back in the ring. I think this is the first time since we've seen it? I
looked it up.
Damn.
Weeks ago.
Damn.
Remember we was talking about him one day weeks ago, and I was like, man, I don't think he fought since.
How you doing? I feel like Hey, Jamal James big about home field advantage. He don't leave Minnesota too much.
He left Minnesota one time. You see what no clowning like that, but he's back.
You're the one said it. I didn't say it. I didn't even say it.
Yeah, I'm saying. No, but I'm
like that.
So here's the thing, if you guys didn't know. After that, his last fight, I was wondering, like, yo, is he going to fight again? You know, so it's just, it's good to see him back, wanting to get back in the ring. He's got a 12-round fight, too.
So that has to be for
that's some sort of title eliminator. When it's 12 rounds, it's some sort of title eliminator.
He was going up the WBA route at one time. Or maybe
that's where he was.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
Elvis back in the ring. My man Elvis, ever since he got dropped off from Top Rank, I always think it was weird. He won, lost it, and they dropped him. He looked good in the last performance. I don't know these guys. Punks in the main event is for a vacant IBF junior welterweight title.
Matias versus Ponce.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, vacant. Oh, junior. I'm like, hold on, what do you mean welterweight? I'm like, Earl gave the belt up. But then we got the. You know, I mean, right now my man's still in the joy, still in the. He's one of the faces of boxing. I have to say.
Who you talking about?
Jake Paul.
Oh yeah.
Man, at this point I gotta say.
Well, hold on now. Hold on now.
I'm bouncing around on you.
Well, just shout out to AB. I mean, it's a lot that kind of, you know. I'm sure he's gone through a lot. I need to check up on him, but shout out to AB, man. We faced a similar situation, not where fights kept falling out or anything like that, but the fight I'm gonna pull on is the fight that I had with Keith, the fight that I had with Keith Thurman. Keith got into the car accident, and my dad was like, "We're not gonna waste this training camp. I'm gonna set up an exhibition. Yeah. You'll do that. You bring your weight down the way you're supposed to. Then after that, you take a week off and you come right back and get back to work. There's ways that this stuff can be done where you can just manage everything that goes into camp, like my dad say, pre-camp, post-camp, and camp, you know what I mean, where you can maximize everything, you know what I mean? So in a moment like this where this fight's gotten canceled, you know, AB's got to do something to manage you know, the emotional side of things where you know there's a letdown, you know, and then the physical side of things where you know you were performing and training at a certain level, and because that fight's gone away, you don't know when you're gonna get back in the ring mentally. You done already dropped down. Now all it takes is a week, and you drop down some more physically, and the list goes on. You know what I mean? So shout out AB, man. Do what you can to manage everything, and I hope you can get back in the ring as soon as possible. You know what I mean? So that camp and all that preparation doesn't go to waste. You know?
Yeah, and all credit to AB. He looks like he's in shape, and he worked hard to get in shape for this fight. Obviously, all this stuff was out of his control. Yeah, you did your part, bro, on your side, and sometimes that's best all you can do. Yeah. But shout out to Michael Williams. Hopefully, you heal up, get back in the ring. Right. I know you're excited for this moment. I don't know exactly what happened. His dad was not happy at all with Roy Jones. I guess Roy had him sparring week of the fight, and he was not happy with that. Yeah. So he said Roy was fired.
Well, week before the fight.
Yeah. But don't you spar a week before the fight?
You spar a week before the fight. Everybody's different. You know what I mean? Everybody's different.
Okay,
you know,
and
then the level of sparring. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Fight before the week before the fight's peak week, baby.
Yeah, that's
peak week,
that's
baby.
Why I didn't
Don't
understand.
get me excited.
But it's just like
everybody's different though.
Yeah. His dad probably been in his corner. He's like, we don't train like that. Yeah. We started to prepare for the fight in 2 weeks. Yeah. So and the guy ended up having a fractured jaw. So now he's out of the fight. At this point, hopefully, man, I'll be happy if my man AB at least gets some money. Somebody.
Can't do that, man.
But still, man, my man went through some
putting heat on people, man. You can't do that.
No, hell no. Yeah, okay, give my man some money, man. Give my man some money. My man went to training camp.
I'm sure they broke him off. Don't worry about that, man. They broke him off.
I'm like, there's so much work. But he said, don't put that heat on nobody. Yeah, but it's just like you had Williams, you had Red Catch, you had Hank. I was hyped about the Hank fight. I ain't gonna lie. That was the one that I was like, man, if there was any fight I'll go to, it'd be Hank Lundy versus Adrien Broner. They may not make it to the ring, but I was hyped about that. But you want to move on to Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. Dubai.
I'll be there, y'all.
Shawn's back. What's the name of the promotion company? Jake Paul?
Jake Paul and I don't know. One on me right quick.
Yeah, let me I seen you drinking Prime energy drinks today.
No, you
hey, somebody got Shawn out of retirement. It was the Paul boys, the Paul brothers. Jake Paul got Shawn Porter.
The Truth Production.
Hey, hold up. You got a job. You ain't get us a job.
Man,
we're a package deal now.
Yeah.
Every time I do a plumbing job, don't you get a check?
No. Damn it.
Tommy Fury versus Jake Paul. Sunday.
How come every time you come to my house, you charge me $100?
Hey, you want?
It don't matter what you did. You charge me $100.
You want to know what the real price is?
Yeah, what the no?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I don't.
Hey, my minimum charge is $125. I charge you $100 just for my gas.
That's my guy. That's my guy. Yeah. No. I'll be there for that. Shout out to everybody over there in Saudi Arabia who called on me to come over there and do that job. Okay, I'm excited for this one, man. Because I get
over there.
No, I have not. But I get an opportunity to do what I love, which is being ringside, calling the fights, man. That's what I love to do.
And it's something you're good at. You're very, very, very good. I think you might be better than that in boxing.
Don't know. You're about to find out.
I think you might be better than that in boxing.
Nah, man.
I think you might be a better commentator than a boxer.
Well, hey.
You might be a 99 on commentating.
Hey, come on now.
Might get yourself right in the game.
You might actually be right about that.
Oh, no.
Come on now. Hey. No, because y'all gonna hurt my feelings if I tell them to rank me in the
because somebody gonna say his suit's dropping down at least 10 points.
Hey. They gonna hurt my feelings, so I ain't gonna say nothing. But I look forward to calling that. It will be on ESPN pay-per-view over here in the States. You guys order that pay-per-view because I'm gonna be on it.
I wasn't gonna get it. I'm gonna have to get it now.
Support your boy, man. I've been told we get 8 fights to call through the course of the night.
Okay.
I mean, I get the
Badu Jack's back.
Work. Yeah, Badu Jack is back, and he's going for the WBC Cruiserweight title.
Yes, that's correct.
Against Makabu.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna be that guy ain't no pushover.
Okay.
So I mean, he's a strong, and very like even mentally strong fighter. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be a really good fight. And Badu been over there, man, living his life.
Yeah, he moved his whole life there.
Been over there living his life. So hopefully that there's another transition that he's gone through. You know what I mean? We've seen a couple of phases of Badu's career. You know, so please get on ESPN pay-per-view and order that fight so you can see who Badu Jack is now. You know what I mean? I have no doubt that he's gonna come up and do some really good things, and he's got a tough fighter in front of him in Makabu. Man, he's a really good fighter as well. That guy Makabu, he takes a lot of pride in being a WBC champion. So Badu is gonna have it in for him trying to take that belt from that guy. You know what I mean?
And with shout out to Badu, on to the main event. I don't think I ever picked Jake Paul. I got Jake Paul knocking this dude out.
Hold on, you ain't never picked Jake Paul?
Nah, never.
Yeah.
Nah, he used to get on my nerves.
Yeah.
But hey, a guy that's gonna pay my guy, I'm rocking with you. But no. I was rocking with him before that. I just think Tommy Fury, just the name, the Fury name gives him more than what he got. Yeah. He only been fighting 2 years before Jake.
Yeah.
Been pro.
Yeah.
He only been pro since 2018. He has 8 victories, 4 by KOs. This is his first fight going 8 rounds. His last fight was only 6 rounds. He won on points. I got him getting stopped. Simple as that. Got you gonna get cleaned up. But I just don't believe it. I don't believe the hype videos. And you know when the kids, I help with kids in high school football, and they always send me, hey coach, here's my highlight video. Can you send to college? I'm like, let me watch a game. Yeah. I don't want to just don't show me
highlights.
Yeah, highlight none. Like, look at why this play you walking.
Yeah.
I just feel like
I was a kid and my dad showed me some highlights one time of another high school player. I was literally a kid, like
blown away
in like middle school. No. I was in middle school. And I asked my dad, said, why every play? I said, why he's scoring every play? Yeah. My dad said it's a highlight video. I said, so what? He said he's showing the best, like all of the good stuff. I said, why he don't show nothing bad? Like it didn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? And I don't take pride in bad things. I believe in giving your all, everything to your audience, whatever the case may be. So I think that Tommy he's definitely gonna talk his way through the week. Fight night is always just a different story, you know? And I think that Jake Paul has been in this space and at this level since he came onto the scene, you know? And so in that respect, he's going to be in some spaces that Tommy has never been in. Mm-hmm. There's a difference between walking behind the guy getting in the ring and being the guy getting in the ring. You know what I mean? And so even though he's probably felt and heard and seen, he hasn't felt, heard, and seen as the guy getting in the ring. You know what I mean? So I think that it's a tall order for both guys because I think Tommy takes a lot of he takes it personal that Jake Paul is even willing to challenge him, you know? And from that standpoint, that anger will take you so far. You know what I mean? So after the anger dies down and that energy dies down, then what are your answers at that point? You know what I mean? So I think that overall, you know, I don't have a choice but to promote this fight and make sure you guys tune in and order that ESPN pay-per-view. I'm looking forward to it. And the other thing I'm going to say about it is not that I've been advocating for Jake Paul this entire time, but I've been saying since he came onto the scene that instead of hating on him, instead of saying he's not real boxing, the list goes on, understand what is in front of you, understand what he's delivering to you, accept it and get with it. And I've always said that the best thing that the boxing world could do is jump on that train and ride it and use this train to expose the best of boxing, you know? Yeah. In his respect, he considers himself to be the best, but only in where he's trying to perform. Uh-huh. He ain't trying to perform on certain levels, you know what I mean? And that's why you got Badu Jack as the co-main.
So you get some real boxing?
Yes, respect. He should be the main. To a Jake Paul, but Jake Paul is the one selling the tickets. Jake Paul is the one calling all the shots. So the next best thing is to put it real, quote unquote, real boxing on the undercard and make sure people understand what they're seeing. And then the entertainment starts when that main event gets in the ring.
Yeah, it's shout out to BoxRec. BoxRec got it the rank, the number 355th boxer in the world versus 380. Guess which one is which?
I would say I'm gonna say Jake is 380.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
because I already know boxing.
Yeah.
I already know boxing. But you got the WBC saying put a title in the ring, right?
If he wins, they'll put him in the rankings. They'll rank him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though.
So,
but you go from 380 something to being in the rankings?
Yeah, that is, yeah. Oh man, boxing. Yeah, that's what. Hey, damn, I never even thought about it like that.
Now let me make sense. Let me make it make sense because I'm not contradicting myself. Yes, boxing get involved with Jake Paul, but that don't mean put him in the rankings.
Yeah,
that means create a title for that space.
Hey, business wise, Shawn. Hey, throw him one of these WBCs.
You create a WBC.
I grab some of that Jake Paul money.
You created WBC. What do you call them? Influencer title.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Bingo. Yeah. Bingo.
I don't have all the answers. I'm sorry. I don't have all the answers. But I do be every week. I'll be trying to do some stuff every week, don't I?
Yeah.
I don't have all the answers, but that's how you respect the sport, but also what do you say? Like extend where the sport is. You know what I'm saying? So, that's and again, I'm not saying that it's disrespectful to put Jake Paul in the WBC rankings, but how can he go from 3 whatever to 15, 20, 25?
If this makes you feel better, he's number 52 in the United States.
Oh, that's what's up.
And cruiserweight.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So
that's what's up. So
if it makes you feel better.
I gotta read this welcome letter from Saudi right quick because this one killed me. First of all, let me let y'all know.
Is that the for you to go over there?
Yeah. So K Abdo.
Take your wife?
No.
Okay.
Not on this one. Okay. But Kate Abdo should be over there. She's the host. She's hosting it. Ray Flores will be ringside with me. He's the blow by blow. Okay. Shout out to Andy Clark. He's analyst number 1. Shout out to Coach Larry Wade, analyst number 2.
Coach Wade always getting himself in.
He done wiggled his way in. Yeah, he done wiggled his way in. I ain't gonna say it out loud, make him and put a label on him, but he done made his way in, and he is gonna represent himself. And the PorterWay, everybody. You're going to represent everybody well. You got Radio Raheem backstage.
Okay. I like this cast.
I like it too. You got Michael Buffer. He'll announce the main and the co-main. And then shout out to Tom Treber. He will announce the prelim card out there.
They put a hell of a commentary staff together.
Yeah, man.
They people that know boxing, know how to work boxing.
Yeah. And that's what you're supposed to do. So I was hyped. I was like, yo, you done pulled somebody from everywhere. Carson was like, that's a hell of a cast. I said, y'all said the same thing.
It's almost better than the motherfuckers in the ring.
But it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. And with that being said, let me see right quick. It says, let me read it right quick. I lost it. Oh, here we go. It says, for those of you making your first visit to the kingdom, welcome. Saudi Arabia is beautiful. Modern and developed country, that proudly welcomes millions of guests from across the globe annually and respects the rights of visitors and citizens alike. Kindly take note that there is a code of conduct with language, respect towards people, and modest dress code. Shawn Porter's shoes excluded.
Please, who are you?
Please refrain from filming government buildings or anyone in public without their consent, as the kingdom values and protects the privacy of each citizen and guest. Public display of affection and indecent or sexual behavior could result in fines. In general, just be a good person. I love that they sent that this right here, this little.
You love the part about your shoes.
I love that part because that part was funny, and I was like, "Well, what the hell?" I had to read it like a couple of times for me to understand what it was.
So you got some connects with at the top.
What you mean?
With some billionaires.
Yeah, you know.
Hey, you got some oil money?
Well, hopefully next time you'll be getting some oil money as well on the next one.
I don't know.
I'll get there
arrested.
first, baby.
I'll get arrested.
Yeah, I know you will.
I think I will get arrested.
I know
That's
you
a lot
will.
of rules up in there, man.
So no, but I love that they can actually send that out.
Yeah.
And say, hey, understand where you're coming. It's beautiful. We welcome you, but we welcome you with certain with a certain code of conduct.
Respect the country.
Respect the country. You know what I mean? America, I don't know if we could send that letter out. I don't know what America would do. You know what I'm saying? So I just love that they were able to, you know, welcome us like that. I'm looking forward to it, and I think it's gonna be a great time.
That's exciting. When you get out of here?
I'm out of here Tuesday.
Oh no, you when you get back?
They're a day ahead of us. I get back Tuesday. Yeah, I'm going like for 10.
Oh, so we off next week?
No.
How you gonna do? The difference is crazy.
It's fine. I'll be in the air or something like that.
Let's talk about this outside.
Yeah. All that being said, you have some motivation for the people?
Motivation for the people.
I got something this week.
I don't know if I got any motivation for the people this week. Just one of those things. I don't know. I finally told you guys what I do for a living. I became a plumber. I've been a plumber for years. I finally went out on my own about 9 months ago, started my own company. First 2 months was tough, stress. Thought I was gonna lose it all. My lady held it down, but even when I first got a couple jobs, you know, I could have took advantage of people, but I didn't. Shawn said I take advantage of him because I charge him $100 every time I go to his house. Y'all know how much plumbing costs, but I would say one thing I live by. Somebody asked how. At this point now, I'm making great money, and my company is really, really, really successful, and I'm blessed. I'm thank you Jesus every day. But someone asked me that's been running a company for 20 plus years. He's like, I've never seen somebody do what you've done in the last 6 to 8 months. I said, man, I always live by one thing, man. Kindness will take you where money won't. I don't try to take advantage of people, and that's always been my thing. I always got a heart for people. So if I can help you, I will. It's no point for me coming into your house taking advantage of somebody. No point in taking advantage of somebody to get to the next step. Right. Eventually, that advantage is going to meet you somewhere down the line.
It'll be there.
It's going to meet you. Yeah.
Believe
so it's no point in me. So I live by that, man. Just kindness will take you where money won't. And that's just always been my thing. And,
yeah, man.
And I felt like that helps me right now, and just good faith.
Absolutely. That's what's up. For me, got a guy that one of my close friends, I call him my mentor. I was talking to him this week, and he sent me a message. He said, if it wasn't for this job, my life would be easy. And then this is the message that I sent to him. When circumstances are out of your control, create an environment of peace and joy in that stance. And then he said, as toxic as this environment is, I maintain those words. It is the unbelief for my honestly, and my problem is why do I internalize when I know I do my job and I do it well? And he basically was just venting to me how even though he does everything as close to right as he can do, and he tries to be so for the people and everyone that he's around and involved with, how somehow, some way they still knocking on his door, they calling him, or they hitting him up with problem after problem. Well, why you this and why you that? You know what I mean? And I said, man, listen, man, you there until God removes you from there. You know what I mean? You there until you can look at your bank account and say, yeah, I don't need this anymore. But guess what? You're not there right now. So instead of being pissed at your desk, instead of being mad, keeping your door closed, not wanting anybody to come in and disrupt the little happiness that you feel you holding on to, in that stance, just create an environment of peace, create an environment of joy. Understand that I can't change these circumstances. So why stay pissed? Why stay mad? Why keep hanging on to everything negative about it? Instead, in that stance, this is what I'm telling y'all, create an environment of peace and joy. You may not like where you work. You may not like your relationship every day. On the days that you don't like your relationship, stand firm in that peace, in that joy, understanding that God gonna give me tomorrow, Lord willing. And if he do, Tomorrow gonna be better than today, but it's only gonna be better if I create an environment within myself of peace and joy. This is the Porter way. I love how I'm hitting this when I end it. Hold on.
Well, they heard that.
And out. No, they're gonna leave all that on. Y'all leave all that on.